What's up, everyone? It has been a minute since we've been in this car and on the way to the Black Pearl, but we are headed there now. Really enjoying the group on the Discord. Thanks, guys. Always nice talking hands with you. Appreciate each one of you that takes the time and effort to put in a hand or to talk things through. I know I sure enjoy our study group on there, and I'm grateful for your guys' thoughts. If you're not on there, if you're not a part of the Discord yet, it's down in this description box below. Get down there, click that link, and join us. Juice is worth the squeeze. We'll say it that way. All right, so we're stuck in traffic waiting for a train to pass, which is just a sweet spot to be. Mariners are going to be running out a pitching prospect, Bryce Miller, which is pretty cool. Get to watch that. The M's can get a win. They're playing against the lowly, despised Oakland Athletics, who cannot seem to even put 100 butts in the seats at their stadium. I think it's infested with possums and bats and who knows, but that place is just a hot mess. We're just about there. The train has passed. 5 minutes till the game starts. Let's go. First hand of the night, and I don't want to show you this hand. I hate the way that I played it. It was a disaster, kind of like the time I tried to come up with a slogan for this channel. The quick chip stack picker-upper. Potato. I raised King Queen of Spades under the gun to $25 in this 3-5 game, and it folds around to an active player in the small blind who makes a raise to $70. So this is less than 3x my bet, and the small blind has about 800 in his starting stack, and I cover. I make the call. The flop is Ace of Diamonds, 6 of Spades, 8 of Spades. He now chooses to bet $110. This is a big continuation bet, and given that his 3-bet range will contain a lot of aces, this flop bet makes sense. I make the call because I have position with a strong flush and can decide how to proceed on the turn. If the flush does show up, I think I'm going to get paid by an ace. Turn is the Jack of Hearts, adding a straight draw to our hand. The opponent leads for $300, leaving only $300 behind. I think about this one for a minute and then decide on going full donkey and jamming. I figure if he doesn't fold, I still have a lot of outs to improve. That said, I hate this line. I should just be folding. His huge bet says that he's playing for stacks and never folding, and with that in mind, I do not have enough equity to get called that frequently. I pretty much shut my brain off because he had been playing too many hands prior to this one, and because I had outs when he calls. That's a terrible way to play poker, and it is a losing strategy. Just because someone is opening too many hands pre-flop doesn't mean that they are 3-betting and continuing really light as well. Very embarrassed to share this one, but there it is. I'm not just here to impress you guys. I will also show you that I'm a moron sometimes. Let's go to the next hand. This is about 1 orbit later, and I get red 10s. We're in the small blind again, and this time a middle position player raises to $25. I bump it up to $90, and he makes the call. The flop is Queen of Clubs, 8 of Diamonds, 3 of Hearts, and I continue for $75. He makes the call, and the turn is the 7 of Spades. I'm not betting this hand on every street, and so this is a good spot to slow down, check the turn, and allow him to bet his queen if he does have one. He checks behind, so now there's a chance that he either, if he does have a queen, it's really weak, or he maybe has second pair or a pocket pair. So the river is the 7 of Hearts. He checked back the turn, so it's less likely that he has a queen. Time to go for some thin value from something like an 8 or a lower pocket pair that called on a small bet but didn't want to bet the turn, so I go ahead and bet $150. My opponent does make the call, but unfortunately he does turn up the Queen Jack and is scooping this one. That's part of going for thin value. Occasionally you'll be wrong, and they will be taking away the small bet. I still don't mind it. I would have called a bet, and so I don't mind taking the initiative here to get value from something worse that is definitely checking back. We reload to 800, and we need to get some wind back in our sails. Right now, it feels like the SS Tato Fish is stalling out at sea. Hopefully, pocket queens can turn this thing around. I'm in the cutoff, and 3 players limp in front of me. I raise it up to $40, and I'll be happy to take this one down here. Nope, not at all. 5 players make the call. We're going 6 ways to Ace of Hearts, 9 of Hearts, 5 of Hearts. Okay, checks to me. I would bet this heads up, but with so many players left, I'm not getting involved unless I actually have the business here, and so I'm going to just go ahead and check, and it checks through. And the turn is the 4 of Hearts. Okay, well, let's bet small to get thin value from a worse heart. We can get called by, say, like the 10 of Hearts. So I bet $75 into $240, but everyone gets a little bit suspicious, makes the fold. The ladies just can't stay away from me tonight. Kind of like when I grew out that glorious contest-winning mustache. That's right, we have queens again, and this time there's a straddle, and I bump it to $40. 2 players make the call, and the flop is ace of clubs, 8 of diamonds, 8 of spades. The action checks through. The turn is the 5 of hearts. I'm fine to check this one again, since I am really only beating a few pocket pairs that could make a call here. The river is the 9 of clubs. All right, let's see if a player hit that 9. I'm going to bet $50 and hope somebody has a small value hand that they can make the call with. Everyone folds. The very next hand, ace-queen again, this time the offsuit variety. I 3-bet this thing pre-flop. I got 3 callers. The flop was queen high. I continued. Everyone else folded. Pocket 9s. I raised to $25 under the gun 1, and I get 3 callers. This table loves to call. The flop is 6-4-3 rainbow. This is about as good as it gets for pocket 9s. I bet $55. Everyone folds. We're winning a lot of pots, but we are not getting any action and not getting paid whether we make a hand or not. Look down at America's favorite hand, pocket aces, and I'm going to approach this like a fat girl at a dessert buffet. I'm going to act like I'm not that interested, but secretly on the inside, I'm going to be plotting how to get the absolute maximum out of this opportunity. I'm in the small blind, and middle position is open to $25 with a $350 stack. I want to 3-bet this, and I want to set up getting in an entire stack. I raise it to $75, hoping that we can get a call. Instead, we get even better news. Our opponent puts in a very interesting minimum 4-bet to $125, so adding only $50 to the bet. Now, this is an ice cream station at our buffet. We asked for a double scoop, and somehow we ended up with a triple scoop instead. Even though it was a min 4-bet, I would definitely jam here if I had the option, but the state of Washington is keeping me safe from myself. Thank you. Thank you, Washington. All right, so I can call or fold. Those are my only 2 options here. I called. All right, the flop is King 6-3 rainbow. This is a spot where our opponent should be jamming almost 100% of the time based on the action and the SPR. So I'm going to go ahead and check and let him hang himself. I'm not folding on any turn cards, so even if he checks, I'm still going to jam. Next option that I have, I go ahead and check. He does hang himself by jamming, and I just get to make the snap call here. Turn him up. We hold against ace-queen offsuit, and we get the maximum. Pretty good spot for us. Let me set this one up. So the player that I just beat with aces reloads, and then a few hands later opens up the action with a raise to $20 in middle position and about $230 remaining in his stack. The cutoff and the button both make the call, and it gets to me in the small blind. I'm going to take advantage of the stack size that our middle position opponent has here and give him the poker equivalent of a purple nurple. I would normally go a little bit larger here, but I'm basically making him decide to play for his stack or not with this bet. If he has a monster, he's jamming. But if he has anything else, he should be folding, and I don't expect the callers in between to be making the call either. Does fold, and the other players follow suit, so we get an easy $60. Hold on, we're taking a quick break, and I'm going to share a beautiful North Idaho night with you here. Hey-o, this is from the back porch. Just enjoying the view. All right, so I wanted to talk with you because at this point in the session, I should be up. But because of the one bad decision, my one lapse in judgment, where I basically just got suckered into a classic spot that a bad player will take over and over again, and that is you get a flush draw and a straight draw at the same time, you get excited, and you make a move. So I end up getting my chip stack up to about 1,600 or so, and then slowly giving it back between bomb pots and just missing flops and kind of continuing and then having to fold. There's really not a whole lot that happens. My camera says it's full, so I don't have any other footage to share. $966 loss. We know that if we're not disciplined, this is going to happen over and over again. So we need to remember these moments and say to ourselves, all right, I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm going to make a good decision. I'm not going to be impatient. Let me think about my spots, make my decisions wisely, and not be here again. All right, I do win sometimes. Here's another episode that's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this, would love it if you sub the channel and hang out with me more often. Thanks for being here. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon.